Women can be subtle in how they show attraction, but their bodies and behaviors often speak louder than words. Whether it's the way they lean in when they're around you, or how their eyes light up when you talk, these signs can tell you a lot about how she feels. But here's the thing, sometimes it's easy to miss these cues, especially when you're not looking for them. That's why in this video, I'm going to break down the top signs a woman is turned on by you. And trust me, these aren't the obvious, she's flirting with you kind of signs. I'm talking about the subtle things that might be happening right under your nose. So if you want to learn how to read her body language, and make sure you're not missing any clues, stay tuned until the end. You won't want to miss these. Sign number 1. Her breathing becomes deeper and more noticeable. When a woman is turned on, her breathing often becomes deeper, slower and more noticeable. It's one of those subtle but powerful signs that her body is responding to the chemistry between you two. You might notice her chest rising and falling more than usual. And if you're paying close attention, you can hear her breath getting heavier or more deliberate. This shift in breathing can happen when you're standing close to her, when you're in an intimate conversation, or when the moment between you two feels especially charged. For example, if you lean in closer, she might take a deep breath, as if subconsciously matching your energy. This change in her breathing is her body's way of letting you know she's aroused and interested. It might seem like a small detail, but it's one of the clearest signs that she's physically feeling the attraction and is responding to you in a way that goes beyond just words. Pay attention to the pace and depth of her breathing. It's often the most honest reflection of how she is truly feeling in that moment. Number 2, her tone and choice of words becomes more sensual. When a woman is turned on by you, her voice and the way she speaks can change in a way that's hard to miss. Her tone becomes softer, slower, and a bit more seductive, like she's drawing you in with every word. She might say things in a way that feels more intimate, almost like she's whispering secrets only for you to hear. The words she chooses can also take on a more sensual quality. She might talk about things with more detail, and you can feel the energy shift as she speaks. It's not just what she says, but how she says it. For example, imagine you're talking about a trip you both want to take, and instead of just saying, "I'd love to go," she smiles and says, "I can just picture us there. You and me exploring, just the thought of it gets me excited." The way she slows down her words, the slight drop in her voice, it's all a sign that she's feeling something deep, and she's showing it through her tone. These subtle shifts in how she speaks let you know that she's not just interested, but really turned on by you. Third, her physical closeness and touch intensifies. When a woman is truly drawn to you, her physical closeness and touch become unmistakable signals of her attraction. It's like an unspoken language, where her actions speak louder than words, showing you exactly how she feels without her having to say a thing. She might lean in during conversations, letting the space between you shrink until there's barely any left. Her hand might brush against yours, and instead of pulling away quickly, she lets it linger just a little longer. She finds excuses to touch your arm, shoulder, or even your knee. Whether it's a playful tap, adjusting your clothing, or simply resting her hand on you for a moment. These gestures aren't random. They're deliberate, intimate ways of expressing physical interest and attraction. The more turned on she is, the more naturally these touches seem to happen, almost as if she can't help herself. These small moments of physical connection aren't just casual. They're charged with emotion, attraction, and intent. They show she feels comfortable with you, drawn to you, and in that moment, completely connected. Number 4, she maintains prolonged eye contact with dilated pupils. Gentlemen, there's a different kind of electricity in the air. When she locks eyes with you and doesn't look away, it's not just a quick glance or polite eye contact. It's deep, intense, and lingers, almost like she's trying to tell you something without saying a word. Her pupils may even be noticeably bigger, a natural reaction when she's aroused and completely focused on you. This kind of eye contact creates a powerful connection, like she's pulling you in with just her gaze, making you feel like the only person in the room. It's not just about looking, it's about feeling something in that stare. Something charged, something unspoken. And if she holds that gaze while subtly biting her lip, tilting her head or giving you a slow, knowing smile, she's not just looking at you. She's letting you know exactly what's on her mind. That kind of eye contact is rare. And when it happens, trust me, you'll feel it 5. Her skin intensely flushes. Her skin flushes when she's turned on, because her body is responding to excitement in a natural way. Blood rushes to the surface of her skin, especially in areas like her cheeks, neck, and chest, giving her a warm, slightly reddish glow. This happens because her heart rate increases. Circulation speeds up and her body starts preparing for intimacy, without her even realizing it. Sometimes the flush is subtle, like a light pink hue on her face, but in more intense moments, it can be more noticeable, especially on her chest. It's one of those involuntary reactions that she can't control. And it often happens when she's deeply engaged in a conversation, or feeling a strong attraction. For example, imagine you're sitting across from her at dinner, and the conversation takes a more flirtatious turn. Maybe you compliment her in a way that catches her off guard, or you hold eye contact just a little longer than usual. Suddenly, you notice her cheeks getting rosier, her fingers lightly touching her neck, as if she's aware of the warmth spreading across her skin. She might even try to play it off by looking away or laughing. But her body is already revealing what she's feeling inside. 6, her lips and mouth become focal points. You ever notice how her lips suddenly seem like the main event? When you're talking to her, well, that's no accident. When a woman is turned on, her mouth becomes a focal point in ways you might not even realize. She might bite her lip lightly, run her tongue over them, part them slightly while looking at you, or even put lipstick on them. These little actions aren't just random, they're subconscious signals of attraction and desire. Her lips may even appear fuller or slightly flushed because of increased blood flow, making them even more noticeable. If she's sipping on a drink, she might play with the straw or slowly lick the rim of the glass, almost like she's teasing you without saying a word. Pay attention to how often she touches her mouth or licks her lips while making eye contact. Because, gentlemen, when a woman's mouth becomes a silent conversation, she's telling you exactly what's on her mind. Number 7, she starts mirroring sensual gestures. Sometimes physical attraction can show up in the most subtle ways, like when she starts mirroring your gestures. It's a sign that she feels connected to you, and it can be even more telling when the gestures become more sensual. For example, if you lean in slightly or adjust your posture, she might do the same, almost like she's syncing up with you without even realizing it. This mirroring could extend to things like touching your neck or running her fingers through her hair. If you're doing the same, if you gently move closer to her, she might slowly move closer, to keeping her body language open and inviting. These mirrored actions are not just coincidence. They show she's comfortable and drawn to you. When a woman is turned on, she may start to copy your more intimate movements, making the attraction even more obvious without words. In summary, paying attention to these signs can help you understand when a woman is truly turned on by you. So next time you're around her, keep an eye out for these subtle cues. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss another one.